Olha a cara dele de quem não deve um boleto, né?
Have you ever been afraid to speak English because you thought, what if I make a mistake? What if people don't understand me? What if my pronunciation is terrible? Or even, what if I get nervous? Well, I have felt all of that. And today, I want to take you with me to Egypt. Because Egypt was not only a trip for me, it was the first time I left Brazil. And it was also the first time I really understood something. You don't need to speak perfect English to communicate. You need courage to try. When I arrived in Egypt, I was excited, but I was also very insecure. It was my first time leaving Brazil, and suddenly I was in a completely different country. Different people, different culture, different language, and of course, I had to communicate in English. And I remember thinking, am I going to understand people? Are they going to understand me? What if I say something wrong? What if I pronounce a word incorrectly? What if I freeze? Maybe you have had these thoughts too. And if you have, that's completely normal. And this is one of the things I learned during my trip. You don't need complicated sentence. You don't need impressive vocabulary. Sometimes you just need to say, where, how much? Can you help me? Where is the bathroom? Can you take a picture? Simple English can take you very far. And yes, I had to communicate even when I was nervous. Sometimes I didn't know exactly what to say. Sometimes I had to repeat myself. Sometimes I didn't understand the other person. And sometimes I probably sounded funny. But you know what? I spoke anyway. And every time I spoke, I learned something. When you're traveling, English becomes real. You don't have a textbook in front of you. You don't have time to think about every grammar rule. You just have a situation. Someone asks you something, you need something, you want to go somewhere, you need information, and you have to communicate. And that's when I realized it. Communication is not about being perfect. Communication is about making yourself understood. Well, before Cairo, I went to Hurghada, and the experience was different. Not only because I was working there, but because it was a different landscape, different atmosphere. But there was something that stayed the same. I still needed English to communicate. And every conversation was an opportunity to practice. This is something I really want you to understand. You don't practice English only when you study English. You practice English when you use it. And maybe you're thinking, okay, but how do I stop being afraid? And honestly, I don't know if you ever completely stop being afraid. I still get nervous sometimes. The difference is that now I know. I can feel afraid and speak anyway. I can be nervous and communicate. I can make a mistake and continue. I can have an accent and still be understood. I can say something correctly and learn from it. Being afraid doesn't mean you can't do it. Sometimes being brave simply means doing it while you're afraid. So now I have a challenge for you. Imagine that you are in Egypt with me. You're standing in front of the pyramids and someone asks you, is this your first time in Egypt? How would you answer? Pause the video if you need more time. Say your answer out loud. Don't just think about it, speak. When I think about Egypt today, I don't only remember the pyramids. I remember the courage I had to find inside myself. I remember the moments when I was nervous but spoke anyway. And I remember how communication opened doors for me. It helped me connect with people. It helped me experience the country. And most importantly, it helped me improve my English. So, if you're learning English and you're afraid to speak, I want you to remember my experience. You don't need to wait until your English is perfect. You don't need to have perfect pronunciation. You don't need to know every word. Start with what you know. Make mistakes, try again, and speak. Because maybe the English you are afraid to speak today is the English that will open a door for you tomorrow. So Don't be afraid to speak English. Yeah, your turn. Speak.
É, Bob Marley.
Baby camel. We have 7 years.
7 years?
You see the tooth?
Yeah.
No tooth. This is for the baby.
I see. Yeah, okay.
There, lady. You see the small pyramid, Macarina's one.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Brazil.
Yeah.
How are you, mama?
Yeah.
I hope you've been in here like your daughter.
Yes, she will come. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you know someone who's learning English but is afraid to speak because they're waiting to be perfect, share this video with them. English is built day by day, word by word. You don't need to be perfect to speak, you just need to start.